Get ready for the action because players are seriously considering a boycott at the French Open. World number one Aryna Sabalenka has thrown down the gauntlet, stating that if their prize money at the clay court Grand Slam isn't significantly increased, they are prepared to take drastic action. This is a major escalation in the ongoing dispute between the players and the Roland Garros organizers over how prize money is distributed, and we dive into exactly what this means for the tournament.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
The uproar is growing as a united front of top 10 ATP and WTA stars joins the fight against the current prize money structure. Jasmine Paolini has joined Aryna Sabalenka in this push, voicing the strong belief that if they all unite, they could seriously consider boycotting the Grand Slams altogether. We explore why this collective action is gaining momentum and the specific demands these players are making. The frustration is palpable because players argue that the current 9.5% increase and the total prize pool of $72.6 million for the French Open simply do not meet expectations when compared to the tournament's rapidly growing revenue. They point out the widening gap between the massive revenue generated by Roland Garros and the minimal increase in prize money, highlighting a critical lack of player consultation in the decision-making process. Aryna Sabalenka has made it crystal clear. Without better compensation, they will fight for their rights, and a boycott is on the table. Will the Grand Slams finally give in to these demands and announce a major prize money hike? Or are we heading toward a future where players boycott tournaments? Stay with us as we track this high-stakes battle for the future of tennis. Players are seriously contemplating a boycott of the French Open over unresolved prize money disputes, according to recent statements from top athletes. World number one, Aryna Sabalenka has explicitly stated that a boycott is a potential avenue to fight for better compensation, suggesting it might be the only way to secure their rights. This discussion stems from a growing rift between players and Roland Garros organizers regarding prize money distribution. While the tournament has announced a 9.5% increase, resulting in a total prize pool of $72.19 million, several top players have voiced concerns that their earnings will remain significantly below the 22% of tournament revenue they have demanded, a figure comparable to what ATP and WTA combined 1,000 events receive. Sabalenka emphasized the urgency, saying, "I think at some point we will boycott it, the tournament. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the only way to fight for our rights." She added a note of cautious optimism, hoping that ongoing negotiations will lead to a mutually satisfactory conclusion. World number four Coco Gauff echoed this sentiment, stating she could 100% see players boycotting a Grand Slam if they united their decision. Gauff framed the issue as broader than just her earnings, pointing out the disparity in benefits among players ranked 50 to 200, noting that many top players are struggling financially despite high visibility. Gauff also advocated for the players to form a union, drawing parallels to the success of the WNBA basketball Players Union in reaching a collective bargaining agreement. She suggested that unionization is crucial for achieving significant progress in these negotiations. Sabalenka concluded by asserting that players deserve a larger percentage of the revenue, feeling that without their participation, the tournament's entertainment value would diminish. The prize money boost of €5.4 million compared to the previous year leaves Roland Garros behind its Grand Slam competitors, including the US Open, Wimbledon, and the Australian Open. A collective of top-ranked ATP and WTA stars has voiced strong dissatisfaction over the prize money offered at the upcoming French Open, with some suggesting a potential boycott of Grand Slams if demands are not met. The unrest stems from ongoing demands for higher prize money and a greater revenue share to align with current tour standards. Jasmine Paolini joined the protest, emphasizing that the issue extends beyond prize money to crucial player welfare concerns, specifically pension schemes and maternity benefits, which she argues the Grand Slams fail to adequately support compared to the WTA. Players have specifically criticized the recent 9.5% increase and the total prize pool of $72.6 million for Roland Garros, stating that the increase is insufficient when measured against the tournament's growing revenues. They highlighted that despite a 14% increase in revenue last year, the prize money only rose by 5.4%, resulting in players receiving a declining share of the value they helped generate, dropping their revenue share to 14.3%. A key point of contention is the lack of player consultation within Grand Slam decision-making processes, which players argue reflects a system that does not adequately represent their interests. Aryna Sabalenka has amplified these concerns, describing the situation as really unfair, and warning that if demands are not met, players may consider boycotting tournaments as a means to fight for their rights. The dispute remains unresolved, leaving the question of whether the Grand Slams will concede to the demands or if player action, such as a boycott, will become a reality. Jasmine Paolini has publicly affirmed her alignment with the movement spearheaded by Sabalenka to advocate for changes within the Grand Slam structure. This statement signals a growing consensus among top players regarding potential shifts in the format of major tennis tournaments. The development suggests a unified front among elite athletes seeking to reshape the competitive landscape. Meanwhile, the tennis world is also grappling with strategic decisions. Separately, Townsend has offered an analysis of the complex dilemma facing players, breaking down the strategic considerations between competing in singles versus doubles events. These developments underscore a period of significant strategic maneuvering and collective influence within professional tennis. Tennis stars are navigating the intense pressures of elite competition, with recent comments offering insights into their mental fortitude and career aspirations. Jelena Ostapenko, reflecting on the expectations placed upon her following her 2017 French Open title, candidly shared the weight of public anticipation, stating, "Everyone expects you to win everything." Meanwhile, the competitive landscape continues to evolve as top players process their matches and set future goals. Alexander Zverev has offered a candid reflection on a recent setback, noting his disappointment in the Madrid final defeat to Jannik Sinner, expressing a desire for greater challenges in his career, saying, "I wish I gave him a bigger challenge." In other areas of the tennis world, players are focusing on emotional preparation for upcoming tournaments. Ben Shelton has spoken about his current mindset, indicating a period of emotional focus as he prepares for his return to Rome.